Hi guys, I'm Emma and welcome to Art by Emma. So last week I was on my hollybobs. I had a little short break down in lovely Somerset, and we spent a lot of time on the beach, and it was a shingle beach with loads and loads of beautiful rocks and shells. So I brought some lovely rocks back home with me, and for this week's video I'm going to be doing some painting on rocks for you. So let's get on with it, shall we? So these are the three rocks that I've chosen from my collection. We've got this nice flat one, nice and big, and then this one that kind of reminds me of a heart. It's quite pretty. And then the next one is kind of just a normal standard rock-shaped rock. So the first thing we need to do is gesso them to prime them and get them ready for painting. I always struggle opening this big pot of gesso. It seems to always glue itself shut, but we've got there in the end. So the reasons that I want to gesso these rocks is, one, to give it a good adhesion for the paint, and also just to give it a nice paler colour rather than this dark stone colour to try and cover up with my paints. So just applying the last little bit of gesso there, making sure I got some good coverage and shoving that one out the way, it's time to start with my designs. So I'm going to be starting with this little heart-shaped one, and don't I feel very fancy with all my custom colours in their little storage container? I'm going to be using some of those, but first of all I'm going to be mixing up kind of like a midnight blue as a background for this heart-shaped rock. Now with that all done and dried, we are ready to start with the design. Now for this I'm going to try my hand at dot mandalaing, and my first mistake is using a too big a dotting tool, but we're working our way through it and building up the colours. I'm using all the colours of the rainbow, all the 6 colours that I use for a rainbow, but in a pastel. And now I'm just getting my smaller little dotting tools out, which I should have started with in the beginning, but there you go. So just trying to make the best of a bad situation here and trying to make something pretty. Not looking too bad there, I guess. It's pretty. So on to my second stone, which is the largest of the three, and I'm just going to sketch out a drawing here. Now I've decided to draw a picture of a little fairy mushroom type scene with some grass and the sky in the background, etc. because I do really quite like fairies. I don't know if you know this about me. And obviously with my trip to Glastonbury I'm feeling all fairy-esque, etc. So yeah, just starting now with painting the grass a nice grass green colour, and then using my finest of fine brushes to paint each individual blade of grass to get it to a nice fine point. Moving swiftly on to the clouds that I'm going to paint nice and white, and putting the little spots on my toadstool, my little fairy mushroom, and this fairy mushroom is going to be traditionally red and white. So I started painting these rocks with my lovely Arteza paints, but I've just transferred over to my Posca pens. They're just easier to get into all the little intricate nooks and crannies with, and they're just really nice bright colours, and I'm getting amazing coverage with them. The red of the toadstool, my little fairy toadstool, I've gone over in my red Posca pen too. So I've just added some little daisies in the grass just to break up that green, and then I'm going in with my outline. I do love the outlining of paintings, pictures, etc. It just brings it all together, and yeah, stopping there because I've realised I've forgotten to colour in or paint the trunk, the stem of the mushroom, so I'm just going in there with a nice beige Posca pen. And as I was saying, I do love the outlining section of finishing a piece. It just makes it look finished and more complete, and makes everything pop and gives it a nice little cartoon-esque feel. So outlining finished or so I thought, so I'm just popping a little yellow dot in the centre of these daisies, and I've just realised that I forgot to outline the side of my toadstool stem. So quickly adding that last bit of outlining before anybody notices, it's time to move on to the third and final rock in my rock painting video this week. So just mixing up a nice little pinky orange pastel colour, I'm going for rainbow colours again. And on this rock, I'm going to try my hand at painting a blended rainbow. I've never actually tried doing a blended rainbow before, but I've watched YouTube videos of people doing it, people being Mariah Elizabeth, and it's given me this sort of feeling. So at this point I'm basically winging it here. I'm trying every method possible to blend these colours into each other. I'm using the colour on each brushes and going in and putting more colour on, blending it in together. I'm going in with a wet brush, I'm going in with a dry brush. I'm trying my very best to blend these colours. Now the warm colours seem to blend nicely together and the cool colours seem to blend nicely together. It's when you hit that sweet spot in the middle and you're blending the cool colours with the warm colours. That's when the difficulty begins. So yeah, I think we're actually finally getting somewhere now. It's just going back and forth, blending those colours in, and it's dried now. And as much as I like it, I just think it's missing something. So I spent some time in Glastonbury and I climbed Glastonbury Tor. And this is reminding me of a bit of a sunset with a landscape. So I've decided to add a silhouette of Glastonbury Tor and the castle keep on top. Now the building on top of Glastonbury Tor is actually called St Michael's Tower, and it's steeped in mythology and history, and it's said to be the burial place of King Arthur. So to draw the St Michael's Tower, I'm just going in with a white gel pen before I go commit myself with my black Posca pen. Thinking that's all completed now, but no, I'm not happy with it. It looks a bit heavy on one side, so I'm just going to balance it up again with my Posca pen. Now I'm never really 100% happy with all of my makes, but I really wanted this one to be perfect because it holds such good memories for me. So these are my three stones, my fairy toadstool and my tot mentala and my Glastonbury Tor. So now it's time to seal them all in and make them nice and shiny. So I'm going to use the Liquidex acrylic varnish, pouring out a good glob there. So just coating them all over, being sparing with it because sometimes it has spread the paint and I don't want the paint to spread. So yeah, just spreading over the Liquidex acrylic varnish to finish them off. And there you have it. That's my 3 painted rocks. So that was fun. I always say that. I always say that was fun, but it was fun. I did enjoy it. I don't know what else to say, but yeah, that was fun. So let me show you my 3 rocks. So first of all, I'm going to show you the first one, which is actually my least favourite, but still pretty. I still love it. This is my dot mandala. Yeah, dot mandala. This one, when I picked it up, I thought it looked like a heart, so I thought I would try and accentuate that heart shape by doing a dot pattern on it. I don't think I really got what I wanted, but it's still a pretty rock and I still like it, and I'm going to practice doing my dot mandala. I think not so many big dots, work with the small dots, make it more intricate. So yeah, that was my first heart. That was my first one, my heart dot mandala one. So the second one, the other two, I like them equally well. So the biggest one, this is my little fairy toadstool.
complete with daisies on the grass and clouds in the sky, because I am getting the summer feel. The sun has come out, so I'm feeling summery. I don't know if you know this about me, but I really like fairies and anything like that, so I thought I would go for a little fairy toadstool. Yeah, so that's the second one. And my third one, and although I like these both equally well, I think this one might be my slight favourite for personal reasons. I started off, I did a blended rainbow. Never done a blended rainbow before, never really tried blending colours, and yeah, I don't think it looks too bad. I don't think I did too bad of a job. I will practice doing that because I like the effect. But when I did the blended rainbow, I looked at it and I kind of thought it looked like a sunset. We have the landscape in the background fading into the sunset. So when we were away last week down in Somerset, I spent some time down at Glastonbury and we climbed Glastonbury Tor. And let me tell you, I now know how unfit I was. This was a slog. But we got so far up, I just couldn't turn back. I had to continue going up there, and it was well worth it. The views up there are absolutely magnificent. If you are in the UK or you're coming to the UK, I thoroughly recommend going to Glastonbury. Glastonbury Tor is just such a magical place. Anyway, I digress. We're not here to talk about my holiday. We're here to talk about my rocks that I've painted. So yeah, I painted a silhouette of Glastonbury Tor with the castle keep on top. So yeah, this is my favourite for personal reasons because I have very, very good memories now of this place. So yeah, those were my 3 rocks that I've painted for you. I really enjoyed doing them. I brought a load of other rocks home with me, so I'm sure I will be doing some more in the future. I have threatened to do rock painting before in the past, but I've done it now and I will definitely be doing some more. So I really hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you did enjoy watching the video, why don't you give me a thumbs up? If you've seen any of my other videos, or why not pop over to my channel now and have a look. If you like them, why don't you hit that subscribe button, press that notification bell so you never miss a video, because I'm here every Friday. And I will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely time. Bye bye.